Hi everybody, this is Dennis Wilborn, founder of Active Trend Trading. Thank you for taking the time to watch this free video that we do every week. It is a video where we cover the markets. We also have oftentimes have some trades that we might be setting up that you might want to take. But I want to ask you, before you leave the page, as you watch the video, just give us a real quick thumbs up and share the content with somebody else. Leave us a comment. We'd really appreciate that. So aloha, God bless, and mahalo. Now we're recording. Good morning, everybody. This is Dennis Wilborn with the Active Trend Traders. I want to welcome everybody to the weekly webinar we do for Active Trend Trading called Making Money Trading Stocks, Options, and ETFs. I want to welcome everybody who's live with us on the webinar. Also, those who choose to join via the on Facebook. We do this as a streaming video webinar every week. And for the Facebook folks, thanks a lot. I will not be able to answer questions for you guys because of the slight lag time. But if you're on live as an attendee, just please put any kind of questions you may have in the chat area, and that'll show up where I can in fact see it. So we'll get going here shortly. And if you are joining on Facebook and or will be watching the video after it is posted to our YouTube channel, and you like it, please give us some thumbs up. And I just request, hey, share the information. This is a free webinar. Please share it with your friends, your family, to let them know, one, what you're doing with regard to the stock market, but also just let them know a little bit about active trend trading. And I'd appreciate that. I really, really would. So let's get on and let's start sharing what we have going on. There we go. So let me know. You should be able to see my screen. It should say Making Money Trading Stocks, Options, and ETFs. And if that is the case, just please give me a real quick thumbs up saying, yes, I can see that. Okay, thank you, Eric. Yeah, I appreciate that. Where I can see the participants panel. Where is it? There we go. It's a little bit slightly different setup than when we do our regular just regular webinars and so the webinar. So let's get going. Hi, again, I'm Dennis Wilborn with Active Trend Trading. This is Making Money Trading Stocks, Options, and ETFs. I've got a lot of stuff to cover today with not a lot of time to cover it. I want to remind everybody that all the materials we do present are for trading purposes only. Traders should always pay per trade any new method prior to the risk of their own personal capital. Past performance is not an indication nor a promise of future performance. Here's basically the young man that I am, who's on the Active Trend Trading team. This is my son, Brandon. He is a really good strategist and has put together lots of things for Active Trend Trading. He's actually started working with me back in 2005, before Active Trend Trader actually went public. And so he was my trading partner. He is, like I said, he's an excellent technical analyst. He actually did all the modifications to the early warning alerts to put that out as a new service called the MAPS Market Action Point Service. I found this quote and I just really, really liked it. This has been, so far, the first 2.5, 3 weeks of 2019 have been 3 weeks of waiting patiently for the market to do something, waiting for our triggers, waiting for our setups, and trust me, it's a pain in the butt. I mean, of sitting there waiting. And one of the reasons why I really emphasize the concept of waiting so much is that being premature on your trades and or impulsive on your trades, seeking to get in before you really have your pure trigger to get in, can in fact be very detrimental to your trading account. So as Dan Zanger, one of my the guys I like to read his stuff is, he says, your job as a trader is to wait for the best opportunities. Money is made stalking and sitting, not being active and forcing. I know nobody here would force a trade, but forcing a new trade each day / or each week. So that's what we work on with active trend trading. So we basically follow our setups, and we don't want to force our trades. Our objective of the How to Make Money Trading Stocks, Options, and ETFs is to provide timely, actionable intel review at the end of each week. This goes together, which seeks to clarify and simplify market decisions so wealth can be multiplied. Your wealth. We do a real quick market review. And as I go in to do the market review today, here's the question I was asking last week. Will the relief rally run out of gas? And so the answer to that is, we have found out is, well, not yet. This has been, those of you who are going, wow, this is really a pretty impressive move to the upside. This is the largest New Year rally since 1987. Please go and look at the S&P chart of 1987 at the beginning of the year, and it was very, very impressive. It came out of the blocks hotter than a pistol and ran up about 5 to 6% from the first of the year. And then around the 17th, 18th of the month, it hit a brick wall and actually reversed and fell. Just as quickly to the downside. It's like driving an airplane. If it runs out of gas, it's going to go down a lot faster than it came up. So this week is marked by breakouts, shakeouts, and what I'll call fakeouts. We'll look at the chart on that to be able to see what that is. Take a look at stocks, ETF performance, bonus trades. Primarily for this year, I am going to still offer bonus trades to people who are signed up for the free service and or who watch this webinar. And what I'm doing is basically they're going to be based on the IBD 50 and some non-leveraged ETFs, just for people who like to trade options and all that kind of stuff. So remember, you've been given the keys. Now learn how to open the door, and that takes practice. We can only hope, yeah, Eric, I agree. We can only hope it runs out of gas quickly, soon. And here's where we're sitting. Okay, like I said, the Dow, the S&P, out of the blocks, hot and heavy. I mean, Russell up 10% for the new year. S&P up almost 6.5%. I actually have not traded either strategy 1 or strategy 2 in active trend trading. I've been putting together my foundational positions for strategy 3, and we did a couple of trades into strategy 3 last week, and that's all I've done so far, and that's fine. Let's take a look at the chart of the S&P, and I'll let you kind of show you what I'm thinking here. Well, one, I've got the weekly chart on the left, the daily chart on the right. As you can see, we are continuing to push higher. When we came into here, let me find the 11th. The 11th is right here. As you see, we were sitting right at the 34-day moving average, just below this level, about 260, just below the 50-day moving average. And so everybody was sitting there going, this is a perfect time for the market to roll over and die. I mean, a lot of people were basically thinking that. Let me get, and what we were getting is we're getting these dadgum fake outs on the TSI. The TSI was kind of squeezing back down towards the zero line, looking like, yeah, this looks like the perfect place for it to roll over. That happened at the beginning of the year. That happened here. Then we get into last week. We get up into a level of resistance. Oh, that looks like the perfect place to turn over. TSI started to look like it was turning over. So that's what I'm saying, fake outs and breakouts. It is continuing now to push higher, and now TSI on the S&P is all the way up in the nosebleed section above a positive 42. Normally, that's where it will tend to roll over. However, let's take a real hard look at the S&P, and we can translate this over to what's going on with the what are we, at the S&P, we can translate this over to what's going on with the NASDAQ and the Russell. Well, one, S&P, we are approaching a new level of resistance. Look to your left. You have this resistance over here. There's one. I won't leave that in place very long. Here's some resistance over here. The 100-day moving average. Price action has gotten all the way up there. We're up at the top of the Keltner channel. However, just above this, there's another level about the 270 level. That is also resistance. And finally, up here at the tippy top, and this is this green trend line here. That's the old uptrend line that as you can see over here on the weekly chart, that had been followed for multiple years and was finally busted. So the question to ask, of course, is, well, okay, we're breaking down through that trend line. Is this the move back up to kiss the trend line goodbye for more downside? So the question has to be is, well, we'll wait and see. We don't know. I mean, we can speculate, and we can basically say, okay, here's the next target of resistance. Here's the next target of resistance. But as we see, the market is continuing to move higher. So that's what we got going on the S&P. It is not giving us any reversal candlesticks to speak of in this last move up. Is this move, as I wrote down before, this move almost straight up is one not sustainable without a pullback. When's the pullback going to start? Well, we've got some areas where it could start, but we'll have to see from there. Another thing that we may want to do, well, let's do this on the Qs. We'll throw in a fib on that. And as I'm moving over to the Qs, I've got some things I'm really excited about looking at. I'm going to a training class in the morning about utilizing Fibonacci retracements on the time scales to establish for some symmetry and of move to let us know where we would anticipate things, slowing down and reversing. So there's a couple of points we can do here. If we let's go to a real quick Fibonacci retracement. Here we go. And for the move, the total major move down from, let's see, December last year, down to the low. As you can see, the Qs or the NASDAQ is in the same kind of position. Here's the 200. Here's the 100. Here's the 200, and a complete 100% retracement of this area would take us up to the 173 area. The aspect to be not concerned, but is to take a look at. Let me get my pointer here. There we go. Is what we want to watch as this comes kind of pushing up here. If it closes above the 100, that increases the probability that it'll go to the 200 and or this old resistance at 170. Above that is this high here. It has to take out this old high for it to basically officially be back into a new uptrend. Hasn't done that yet. Again, similar comments on the Qs as was on the S&P. This move up is not sustainable. However, even with that said, is well, what do we want to do right now? Well, actually, the only thing we can do is, I said, is not sustainable without a pullback. We are now, price action is above the 820, is above the 34, and is now above the 50-day moving average. In definition, from a technical standpoint, that's telling us that, okay, we're back going up, into, moving back up into an uptrend. So logically, it would say, okay, any pullback that's come back to these moving averages, such as the 50 that's there, the 34 that's there, or the 820 combo, right around this area right here, that would be a reason to at least entertain a move back up. I would swap over to my 1 hour to half hour intraday charts to see if that was validated or verified there for a potential trade to the upside. So that's what's going on there. Let's take a look at our buddy here, the IWM. IWM is leading higher. It tends to be when the market goes into a sustained up move or a down move, it's led by the IWM, by the Russell. As we can see, Russell has broken out above its trend line. Next in line is what? The 100-day moving average, about 149.50 to 150 level. That's the next, area where we would anticipate it stopping. Is that it? Will that happen? I don't know. But as we look at this, and it appears as if, hey, it's getting close to time where it should start slowing down. However, no candlestick has really showed us, other than a consolidation kind of candlestick, that is basically just saying, hey, I'm going higher. So yeah, there was some nice divergence on the Qs, Eric. There certainly was, especially on the weekly chart. I mean, you're just going, oh gosh. I was traveling in this time here, and I just kind of go, and we've made some adjustments now that we will be basically picking these up on after the fact. We'll be able on getting into some of these trades, and so I'm really pleased with that. But anyway, hey, here we go, pushing higher. 155 up to the 200-day moving average, which is a 158. Those are levels to say that's where we could potentially roll over. And I'm not going to say fall all the way back down to the 125 level, but that may give us an opportunity to pause, refresh, and pull back into a, like a fib retracement amount of somewhere between 30 to 60%. Right now, no reversal signal. So, hey, let's take a real quick look. Here is a stock that I basically highlighted about a week ago around on the 11th, and I basically sent it out as just a kind of a soft alert for people to take a look at who were trading the who wanted to be traded. I called it to everybody's attention here on the this is the 10th. On the 10th and the 11th, I just sent out an email to everyone saying, hey, we have a TSI reversal. So I gave you an alert, had a pull back into the midsection of the candlestick. Again, another trade setup. And since that move, it has moved up. How much has it moved up? I'm glad you asked. It has basically moved up from the midsection on the 11th to its high today, about, I want to say 11%. So if, about 12, about 11, 12%. So those are the kind of alerts that, if you are just, a free member of Active Trend Trading, the not text, but the email alerts that we send out on that notifications is something you would get. Now, if you are not a member of Active Trend Trading, please go here. Here's a place where it says member login. Click on that. This is on our website, activetrendtrading.com. And if you're not a member, just go here, sign up. There's no obligations, and you will get then the email alerts being sent to you. So it's very easy to find. Again, there's no obligation, and your name and email stays with Active Trend Trading. We don't turn that around and farm it back out or anything like that. So again, where did we find that? Go to, I'll show you one more time, Active Trend Trading. Go here to that section, or to that section where it said member login, and then just put in your full name, email, mobile phone number, if you choose, without hyphens. If you do become a premium member at some time, that's what we utilize to be able to send out text alerts. Let me go back one other thing. And then the other thing you get also gives you access to is the free video section, free videos and free archives here. So making money trade, here's what we did last week. Here's the art and science of active trend trading that we do on a weekly basis, also on either a Sunday or Monday. So we'll share that with you. So that's what we had on HQI. Here's the two. Here are the other two that I'm looking at. Let me see here. Oh, I got to hustle. Here are two others that are coming up on my list for folks to take a look at. One of them is TAM. Team has been a very strong growth stock. It reported earnings yesterday. It gapped up to 100. 100 tends to be a natural level of resistance, and it was knocked down. It's been knocked down 10% from its high today. This is a very bearish. Let me repeat that one more time. Very bearish signal, and that this bearish engulfing has now wiped out all of the move from earlier in the year. About 7-8% worth of move has wiped that out. Now, TSI has turned over. TSI looks like it wants to be turning over on a weekly chart. Got a little bit of a shooting star going on a weekly chart. I would draw a trend line in here and just monitor this. I'm not going to sell it short right here. I would want kind of a little bit of a retrace and or a, let me lay this in there. If we break below that trend line, there we go. If we break below that trend line, that's a good indication that we are going to continue into a downtrend. Or if we take out the 50-day moving average on high volume, that again, another point that we are going into a deficit or downside move on this. The other one is XBI. XBI is, I am just highlighting this to everybody. This is the non-leveraged ETF for the biotechs. The biotechs may be in for some big moves this year. This has weekly options available on it, and it puts in very good patterns. See little pullbacks here, pullbacks there, nice little flag patterns. And so I'm highlighting this. It is not in a position to buy. I am not saying, hey, let's buy this right now. I'm just saying that it's something worth having on your watch list, and it has some good moves. Since it did its reversal at the end of last year, it's moved up a nice little, almost 30%. So for a free service, I think that's a good offering for everybody. And if you would like to have alerts on that, email alerts, please register with us at Active Trend Trading. And we'll wrap up the session. There we go. So, hey, just I'll be taking a look at seasonality. Where are we at NASDAQ? Just be aware that normally first part of the year, NASDAQ and the indexes tend to be a little bit flat. They run kind of a neutral position. Crude oil tends to be drop in price at the beginning of the year. This may not happen this year, and the reason why is we had such a big sell-off in crude last year. However, the sell-off in crude from October to the end of December is fairly normal too. So, excellent. David says, yeah, excellent. David's one of our premium members, and we trade some of the leveraged ETFs, and he made some good money on LABD and LABU. Gold futures. Here's where we normally, gold tends to get a little bit of a bid at the beginning of the year. Right now, it looks like it's pulling back a little bit. We'll see if it continues to rally into the end of the year. So, hey, meetings coming up. Facebook, we have a BAM meeting. This is February 2nd. You can join us at Clear and Simple Trading Rules. That will be done as a webinar. Streaming webinars every week, Monday and Friday. If you're looking to get a hold of me, you can find me here at Active Trend Trading at Facebook, or dww@activetrendtrading.com is my email address. We've been working on getting a lot of things put together, and things are finally coming together. And remember, and, you know, for those of you who are not premium members, here's what we're waiting for. Just remember this, is basically these moves that this is one of the ETFs that we trade. This is the 3-time leverage ETF for the biotechs. And look at the numbers of just really awesome moves it did last year. And this isn't even capturing all of them, just capturing 3 of them. You know, this is how much it moved on each one of those. It had a compounding effect of about 32%. So if you want to find out more about how to become a premium member, we are offering a special on our premium membership right now. And it includes all text mix alerts and all 3 strategies. And if you want to, okay, we can save $50. Regular is $124.99. You can save 40%, $74.99. Or a new offering that we're doing going into the year is you can actually sign up for a quarterly membership. And the quarterly membership is only $199, so you save about $175 over going that route. If you want to know more about it, just go here to this website here, activetrendtrading.com/premium membership special. Password, save, and it is case sensitive, SAVE. And so I encourage you to just come and check us out. And so our objective for 2019 is basically, I think it's going to be a year of completion for a lot of us. Completion in the area of basically putting the final touches on what it takes to become a master trader. And I'm looking forward to making that journey with every one of you. And so in another half hour, we'll be on the we'll be back with the premium members for the final hour. And again, I'm sorry for going a little bit over today. Sorry for going a little bit over today, but as always, aloha, trade well, and prosper. Remember, one final thing, Monday is a holiday. There will be no trading. So just, you know, tuck it in and enjoy your 3-day weekend. And you can review active trend trading videos and get up to speed. So anyway, God bless everybody. Have an awesome weekend. Aloha.